Mic check, mic check. Welcome to On the Mic with Ray White, where we share life lessons, encourage self-reflection, and equip you to take action. My name is Ray White, and I am juiced that you're taking time to listen to this episode today. And it's the month of February. We're almost the end of it. If you're listening to this in real time, I've been doing these monthly reflections just to recap on what's been going on in the month. What are the things that I've been a part of that have inspired me, that made me really think and critically assess where I can take the most action in and just do better in life. Because we're all about doing better, right? Wanted to really challenge myself this month to be intentional, like be truly intentional with my presence in the space that I was involved in, where I said I was showing up, where I wanted to show up in, and actually just be intentional in that space and not just pontificate, not just be talking just to talk, but actually put some action to the words that I've said to myself. So all of that just stemmed to these three thoughts. The first one is the importance to listen. Now, listening is a key, a fundamental task, fundamental attribute to have in any space that you're involved in, but not just to listen just so that way you can then respond with your thought, but listen truly intently to hear the other person's perspective, the other people's thoughts, and understand more pointedly what's going on in their world. Because I've noticed that just, again, looking at myself, like doing a lot of talking, but not really saying much. But if I truly listened and understood what other people are at and going through, how much more of a value for me to understand them, to connect with them, would it be rather than just me talking just to talk. So I had a really great time doing a lot of listening and a lot of internalization of what people are experiencing and saying, and thinking through, okay, so what is my position in this space? How do I best serve and support them? So listening was a key one. The second one was connection. I actually was thinking about this a lot of just, my desire to be a public speaker needs to be more than just saying the right words or right phrases or having tweetable quotes, but being able to truly connect with people and truly connect with the audience that I'm speaking to, and not just to speak because I have a voice. And so in these spaces where I've been intentional, I really work towards connecting with them. So going beyond listening and connecting, engaging, understanding their background, understanding where they come from, just getting to know them more pointedly, and how valuable that is for myself as leader, anybody that is engaging with people and communities and building relationships, just to connect with them and where they are and engage with them where they are, how valuable that is too. And then the third one is follow through. And this one actually came by surprise. I was in a team meeting the other day, and at the end of the meeting, one of my direct reports came up to me and said, "Hey, I really appreciate the fact that you followed through with an action that you said you were going to do." And to me, I was very grateful that he said that, because I've again been thinking about that too, of how can I be more intentional with being where I'm supposed to be and doing what I'm supposed to do, and how valuable that is as a leader to step into that space and say, if I am tasked with something, I want to get it done, and not just get it done just to check it off the list, but because it provides value to you, it provides value to those that I'm serving. And so putting those two things together, listening, connecting, and following through, all have a unique as well as a collective support and collective agreement, a collective bond when it comes to being an impactful leader or just an impactful person, and being able to be effective in who you are and what you're accomplishing. And by me taking a step back from the podcast and really looking into my physical spaces and practicing those three things, among others, to be effective, I found tremendous growth in just my own development, a greater, deeper relationship with those that I'm connecting with, and even identify some gaps where either myself or others can rally around and say, how do we help fill this gap, because we've been listening, we've been connecting with those we're listening with, and we're following through to meet the immediate needs and seeing that there's a greater need behind servicing those areas. To take the step further, to provide some practicality for you, is to think through, how can you be a better listener? How can you connect with people better? How can you follow through with the actions that you set for yourself or for others, especially if you are leading people, if you're engaging people? By me stepping into those and being a good listener, connecting with those that I'm engaging with, and following through with the action I've set for myself or for others, just helps build credibility as for me to be reliable, to be dependable, to be trustworthy. And those are traits that I would love my name to be associated with as a leader, as a person, regardless of what I'm doing. And so if I practice those empathetic skills, if I practice those effective management skills and leadership skills in all contexts and all spaces, how much more valuable would I be? How much more support or more growth will we see in our communities? And how much more just impact that we can create by listening, by connecting, by following through?